Good morning, and we're looking here at the MLB Showdown slate for Sunday night baseball between Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. This is Cheat Code Fantasy Sports. Drop us a like and subscribe to our page. Find our Slack chat link below, and that's where you'll get access to all of our free content, articles, player pools, cheat sheets, projections. Everything that we provide is right there for free. And our website is cheatcodefantasysports.com. So tomorrow night we have J.A. Happ from the Yankees going up against the Boston Red Sox, which is going to deploy a matchup of Chris Mazza. He's the opener, and Phillips Valdez. He's the bulk man. The Red Sox rotation is pretty much non-existent. They have Nathan Eovaldi, Zach Godley, and one other guy. I already forgot his name, but it's not pretty. They've been trying out guys left and right, and none of them are working. So what do we want to look at before we even get into the pricing of anybody? We want to look at splits on each side. What side of the plate can we target against these guys? So Mazza, he's only faced 9 batters, but against lefties, 500 average, 500 slugging. So in one of 2 at-bats against lefties, they've got on base. Right-hander, he's held right-handers pretty well. Again, small sample size, 7 at-bats. So not much to look at, but he's only going to go 1, maybe 2 innings. So Valdez is going to be the main guy. He's going to go probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 innings. So Valdez is holding lefties pretty good. 214 average, 214 slugging. But righties, 333 average and 364 slugging. So he can get hit on the right by the right-hand side. And then take a look at Happ on the other side. So Happ, even though he's a lefty, has been really good on righties this year. 174 average, 348 slugging, but against lefties, 600 average and 1800 slugging. So he's what we call reverse splits pitcher. Lefties normally are struggle against left-handed pitchers, but they obviously like hitting off of him. And then we're going to take a look at the BVP. Obviously, there's none from Mazza or Valdez, but J.A. Happ, we have J.D. Martinez. He loves hitting left-handed pitching, and he has 7 hits and a home run off of Happ. Bogarts has 7 hits. Vasquez has 6 hits and 2 home runs. Devers has 5 hits and 1 home run, and then Chavez has 1 home run as well. So another thing we can do, which I should have pulled that up a minute ago. So bear with me 1 second. What I'm doing is I'm pulling up how each team, as a team, they are hitting against lefties and righties. More in particular, the Red Sox and how they are hitting against left-handers, with Happ being a left-hander. So Yankees against righties, Boston against lefties. And we're going to take a look at the Yankees first. And, Aaron Judge on the DL, so we don't have to worry about him. DJ LeMahieu, is he playing or is he on the DL too? He's day-to-day. So what does it say about DJ? Sprained left thumb, undergo further test. So he may or may not be in the lineup. So for the Yankees, the top 2 guys against righties are out, or possibly out. Urshela, he had a home run last night, 271 average, 492 slug. Voit, 273 average, 564 slug. But let's go over to Boston, see if there's anybody that stands out for lefties, against lefties. So Kevin Pillar, even though he's not usually known for his offense, is batting .303 with a .515 slug. against lefties. He had a home run last night, 385 and 692. Chavez, 348 and 696. So the Red Sox like to see left-handed pitching. So what we're going to do here, what I do, and I told people before, Showdown, the first thing I want to do I want to use both pitchers? Pitchers are always going to have ownership on Showdown. It's just a given because people go for the guaranteed points. You may not get points if you go 0 for 4, but if you give up 4 runs but you get 3 strikeouts, you still have points. So that's the first step. Do I want to use pitchers? Well, I automatically do not want to use pitchers from Boston because you don't want to use an opener and get like 8 points and that's it. That maxes your possibility there. And I don't want to use the bulk guy because he's not that great. So eliminate those. And then Happ. There is no way I am paying $17,700 for J.A. Happ. And he hasn't really even looked that good. He gave up 4 runs in both of his starts so far, 3 total home runs, 8 walks, 3 strikeouts. There is absolutely no reason to pay that price, and especially $11,800 for not in the captain spot. So that already eliminates, last week when we had Cleveland and Chicago, Giolito and Bieber, I think it was. Well, I debated and made several lineups because I did one with just Bieber, one with just Giolito, one with both of them, one with none of them, because it was one of those you couldn't really tell. Well, this one is pretty obvious. There's going to be runs scored. There's going to be a lot of runs scored, and I don't want to use any pitchers. So that frees up right there because then I can pick the bats that I want the most. So I always like using J.D. Martinez against lefty. And he's been kind of cold, 219, but he's kind of heating up. Had a home run the other night, and it was against a lefty. So before we get too much into that, let's check out the lineup. So they are projecting DJ to be back tomorrow, and then Voit, Hicks, Urshela, Torres, Ford, Sanchez, Frazier, and Gardner. And then on the other side, we have Verdugo, Devers, Martinez, Bogarts, Moreland, Vasquez, Bradley, Peraza, and Arruaz. Not really sure why they're not going to use Chavez, but they might. Anyways, so Verdugo, he's one that's nobody's going to play because it's a lefty-lefty. But they don't realize, let me go back here, Verdugo against lefty, 320 average, 440 slugging. So it's the perfect combination. Verdugo is a reverse splits batter. Happ is a reverse splits pitcher. So it's a perfect combination. Verdugo likes hitting lefties, and he's been doing pretty well. He's got a hit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of his last 10 games. Solid. So if he is leading off again, you could even make the argument to put Verdugo in captain. Then you can get Martinez as well. And then you can get DJ if he's in. And you can get Bogarts. And then, who else we have here? Devers. Can you fit Devers in there too? So if you don't do DJ, you could do 1 through 4 for Boston. Pick a cheap guy. So who's going to be the cheap guy? Frazier, Gardner, Ford. So you get Ford. And then if Bradley's in the lineup, boom. So that's just a quick lineup if you wanted to stack Boston 1 through 4, throw in Ford for the mandatory Yankee that you have to have. But then if you go on the other side, say you want DJ, and you also want JD and Verdugo. And then you could throw in Ford again. But then this one, because you spent more, you're going to have to hope that Chavez is in lineup. So I feel like these, where you're avoiding the pitchers, kind of frees up things because you're not bound to I need to fit this pitcher in. I need to fit this guy in. Because I don't feel like any particular bat. I mean, maybe Vasquez. I mean, none of these really stand out as far as somebody that just screams you need to play them. So it really allows you to free up your lineups. And what I try to do if I'm doing like 5 lineups and I have a feeling, okay, like Boston's going to win this game, then I try to get like a core 3 guys that I like. So in this case, if it was JD, Verdugo, and Bogarts, say it was those 3, I would then take those 3, put them in every lineup of those 5, and then put it with like in one lineup there with DJ and Ford, and then another lineup there with Peraza and Bradley or something like that. In this case, I think there's going to be a lot of runs on both sides. So this is probably going to be one where I'm going to do a lot of 3 and 3. Whenever I think one team's going to kind of dominate the other, I do more 5 and 1 or 4 and 2 lineups. But I'm going to do a lot more 3 and 3 because I think Boston and New York are both going to score. And I don't think you need to use either pitcher. If you did, I would only use probably Mazza just because he's $6,000. Well, that's at the captain spot. But he's $4,000 in utility, just to save money, just to fit in bats if you for sure had a bat that you liked. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of my approach to Showdown. So this is kind of what our everyday pool looks like. When it's loaded, we'll have pitchers for you. We'll have hitters for you. Their price on FanDuel DraftKings right there, stacks that we like. BVP is in one nice little section, gives you the amount of hits, the home runs, the average, slugging, the OPS. You can look at all the data from the probable pitchers for that day, their last 7, their last 14. Same thing with the hitters. And you can get all of this just by joining that Slack link in the description below. Give us a like and subscribe to our page as well. CheatCodeFantasySports.com is our website. All kind of great content. Our articles are posted there every day on the website. And then if you want to talk to us, like tomorrow, the lineups come out for the Red Sox Yankees. So Zach, who do you like based on Chavez being in the lineup or DJ not being in the lineup? Well, then I can answer your question right there. So give us a like on this YouTube page. Hit the subscribe button, please. Join the link in the description below. And just come join our Slack, have some fun, and good luck.